Stoicism is not the philosophy of silence. It is the philosophy of right speech. Of knowing when your voice is not an option, but a duty. Your character is not built in what you think. It is forged in what you say, and what you refuse to say. There are moments when silence is wisdom. And there are moments when it is cowardice. When it is a betrayal of your own reason. Here are the 7. The 7 fires your voice must stand in. Not to win, but because your integrity demands it. The first Stoic question is always, what is within my power? Your voice, your judgment, your principles, these are your sovereign territory. To abandon them in the moments that matter is to surrender your inner citadel without a fight. This is not about being loud. It is about being clear. Not about winning an argument, but about fulfilling a responsibility, to truth, to justice, to your own soul. Situation 1, when a core principle is violated. You witness a lie presented as truth. You see cruelty dressed up as a joke. You are asked to participate in something that chafes against your deepest sense of right and wrong. Silence here is complicity. Your principle is not a private thought, it is a compass for action. To see north and swear it is south to keep the peace is to lose your way forever. Your voice, calmly stating, I see this differently, or I cannot endorse that, becomes the boundary stone of your character. You speak to honor the principle, not to change minds. Situation 2, when you are unfairly blamed. To accept blame for what is not yours is not humility. It is an error in justice. It corrupts the record of reality and teaches others they can offload their responsibility onto you. The Stoic does not protest with heated emotion, but with the dispassionate clarity of a clerk correcting a ledger. I understand the frustration, but my role in this was X. The outcome of Y was not under my control. You defend your moral record not for your ego, but for the integrity of the account. Situation 3, when someone's dignity is under attack. You see someone being mocked, marginalized, or spoken over. The crowd is silent, perhaps complicit. This is not their fight, you think. Stoicism redefines the fight. Justice is a social virtue. To watch an injustice and say nothing is to be an accomplice to the erosion of the shared world you live in. Your voice need not be a shout. It can be a question. Could you clarify what you mean by that? Or a simple, firm interjection, I'd like to hear what they have to say. You become a shield. Your voice restores balance. Situation 4, when no is the necessary boundary. You are asked for your time, your energy, your compromise in a way that would violate your peace or your priorities. To say yes out of guilt or fear is to sell your most finite resource, your life force, for a cheap currency. The Stoic no is not rude. It is the sound of a well-defended border. I cannot commit to that. That does not align with my priorities. It is complete. It requires no lengthy justification. Your respectful no honors your purpose and teaches others to respect your sovereignty. Situation 5, when you have made a mistake. Silence here is a prison of pride. To hide an error, to double down on a falsehood, is to chain yourself to it. The Stoic voice admits fault openly, cleanly, and without cascading self-flagellation. I was wrong. Here is what I learned. Here is how I will correct it. This transforms error from a stain into data. It is the ultimate demonstration of confidence, a confidence rooted not in infallibility, but in the unshakable commitment to improve. Situation 6, when you must advocate for your own need. To suffer in silence when a legitimate need is unmet, for clarity, for support, for a basic resource, is not endurance. It is a failure of self-respect. Your mind and body are your primary instruments for living virtuously. To let them decay in silence is to neglect your duty. You speak, not with the whine of a victim, but with the clear tone of a project manager stating a requirement. To do this well, I will need X. Your voice is the steward of your capability. Situation 7, when you see the truth, but fear the consequence. The market is cheering a folly. The room is nodding at a dangerous idea. You see the cliff edge. Speaking risks ridicule, conflict, being the outlier. This is the final test. Stoicism is about living in accordance with nature, and nature is rooted in reality. To withhold truth for social safety is to choose a cozy delusion over the real world. You speak the truth as you see it, not to convince, but to be in alignment with reality itself. You become a lighthouse, not an echo. Your voice in these moments is not about controlling the reaction. That is outside the circle. It is about fulfilling your duty within the circle, the duty to your principles, to justice, to truth, to your own rational nature. You will not always be heeded. You may be opposed. You may face friction. This is irrelevant. The victory is in the act of speaking rightly. You maintain the integrity of your inner fortress. You sleep knowing your words were not weapons of passion, but tools of character. Silence is powerful. But a voice, used with reason, courage, and justice, is how a soul leaves its mark on the world. Find your voice for the 7. Then, you will know its true power.